Welcome to the Drift Militia podcast with your host, John Jones and Brendan Harstead. Um, Here we are.
Kind of hard topic to jump into.
August 30th. You haven't heard from us since June?
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
The biggest deal is John's going for his master's. He's busy. I spend a lot of time in my business, and it's coming to the time that we're going to probably part out our cars.
Take a step back.
I
know we talked about how, you can always push through it, but man, the excuses
focus on your family,
Yeah, the excuses build up. I mean, I've got school all the time. I work 24/7. It's hard to, keep moving forward, to push on your cars, to make all these events.
Yeah, like balancing family, work life, home, finances.
Gets rough, man. Gets really, and it's like, I see why a lot of people back out, but
I never thought it'd be me.
I never thought it'd be us. But then again, psych. We're not those people.
We're not quitting.
We don't give up. What is this?
Nah.
Yeah, life gets hard. Yeah, so does everything else,
Yeah, everybody's life's hard.
We're going to build. So we took, I don't know, it was a little hiatus. We're building cars, working on other stuff.
Building cars, building houses.
Yeah, people were like, y'all must hate each other. It's been like, I don't know, a couple months since we've done a podcast. Or
June, I think.
I know we were pumping them out every 2 weeks. And then we just started working. When we grinded, we got our cars back from being caged. We started fixing other cars on the side.
Fixing cages?
Yeah. And then I did a tube front on my car. You kind of move forward with your trans tunnel before I did.
Yeah.
Which is great because now I can tell you how not to do a tube front.
And I can tell you the S14 trans tunnel does not fit in an S15.
Yeah, buy the one for your car, which it works great.
Yeah,
so I kind of started off, I did the tube front. Something that I was just, I did pre-workout and I came home and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I had this all figured out, And my tube front, I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult than your tube front just because the 2J belongs in an S chassis, so everything's kind of tucked back with my turbo kit and everything. It's just really awkwardly placed to fit like headlights and everything, and where you want to put your bar for your support so you can clear your turbo. But the first one went great. I did the whole, I'm going to do a 15-degree angle, 45, and then my pre-workout went off and messed up 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
I did gather up my old gear fluid when I put my lift in, and I got to put that in my bender. And now that we're coming to the end of other projects, it'll be time to start my tube front and see how many pieces of pipe I ruin.
I think you'll go through more tubing than me, just because you are so intricate. Like with our tube rears, I was just like, square, looks great, it works. And you came up with this, the opposite of an ectoskeleton, I would say. I mean, you have so many support areas, and
I feel like it's still pretty simple. But now, like getting in the tube rear, I'm gonna have a rear mount radiator now, and a lot more going on.
A lot new welding processes.
And like I don't have the rear clamshell, like the factory rear clamshell, like I do on the FC. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to build more supports for the trunk and quarters.
Yeah,
and
that's why I'm glad I went 2F, just because it's I don't really have much support to.
Hindsight's 20/20, but I ordered that Vertex kit like 6 months before I got
everything we do. I mean, it's just kind of like last minute. We're just making the decision and roll with it.
Yeah, make it work.
So yeah, we made that decision to jump on that way before, or way after you started buying some stuff. I'm interested to see how your tube front. I think your tube front will come together way better than mine. Mine was just kind of I'm gonna make it happen type thing, which it looks great.
Yeah, I like yours.
It looks great for what it is.
I'm gonna pretty much copy the front, aside from I want to make that front bar removable. But I don't see the point of going too intricate there.
I don't know. So whenever I did mine, it's so stupid. I had it perfect, and I kind of notched it to where it worked perfect, and then I had the level on there, and as I was welding, I leaned on it, so it drooped. It came out. It's still perfectly level, but it's not exactly where I wanted it to be. It's a little lower than I wanted it to be, but it all comes out great because, like I said, no radiator. Yeah. So all that is.
It doesn't affect your headlight mounts, or
no. It's actually because it fell. It's further away from the hood, and the headlight mounts are going to be further forward. So it kind of worked in its favor. It would have looked way better the other way around because the notches aren't perfectly lined up though, but you know,
Who knows?
first tube front ever. I'm pretty proud because I upgraded the welder too. I mean, you've been saying it forever. 220 welders that move, and I'm like, no, 115, dog. This works every time for me.
No.
And then I did it, and I was like, wow.
I'm gonna probably buy a new welder too before I start mine, just for the simple fact I've got to move the welder over here for the body shop stuff,
Mhm.
and then I'm
Buying a dedicated.
I'm gonna buy a dedicated MIG.
That's nice.
over
Just because
here.
I go to the settings and I don't know what I'm doing by any
Yeah.
means, and it's just like do whatever this is.
Well, that's still kind of how mine is, but
Yeah,
I feel like the multi-processes do everything okay, but nothing great.
yeah, I can see that.
So, and maybe I'm just a terrible welder. I don't know.
I am. I can openly say
So-
that. I feel like my trans tunnel is going to come. I got to fix a lot of my my cat hump delete because I use it with a 115, so it doesn't look great.
I have like gaps like this big, like this
Oh, on your
this big.
yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. So I'm probably gonna seam seal the crap out of it and call it good, which is irritating because I want to make it like
Mhm.
super clean build, but then there's like
But
stuff
you
like
you just have it. I haven't seen it. Is it just tacked in though?
more or less.
Yeah. So you could fix a lot of that. So
Yeah, and I might cut some little sliver. I don't know.
I'm excited to do mine, but I wanted to wait to do yours to do. Granted, ours are the same product, but on 2 different chassis. So I wanted to see how you did yours and then be like,
Yeah, we need to look at it when we go over there.
yeah, I'm really interested. I'm hoping because you have to put your motor in and out before I think mine will go back in. So I'm really seeing how you're going to cut the.
I'm probably gonna get like a 4-inch hole saw and just.
So I kept the factory S chassis shifter boot, and I'm going to lay it and mark it and then just
Try
cut
to reuse it.
where I think, because I have another chassis that I can kind of take measurements off of, so I don't know if that'll work or
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Well, yours is a little different because your trans has already been mounted in the car.
Mhm.
I don't know where my trans and
That is
motor's
true.
gonna lay. Never done a 2J S chassis,
Mhm.
2J anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where the trans is. I mean, it's still gonna be a 256 Magnum. Super stoked about that. Like first brand new transmission I've ever owned. I mean, we had our first ones built,
Yeah.
or not our first ones, but the ones in the current drift cars
Yeah.
built. But like owning a brand new something.
Owning brand new anything's nice.
Like,
You put it
like
in.
even my motor is fully built and brand new, but
Mhm.
it's not a brand new block with
Yeah.
brand new like it's not brand new.
that you can't blame anyone but yourself.
Yeah.
Something goes wrong with it. I think it's gonna be rad.
Like, oh dang, forgot fluid.
Mhm.
Ruined my.
We're on a
4,000.
point though where our cars could go really fast to finish them, but that's what I've been trying to. So I do that with all my cars, right? Like
Trying
even
to dial back a little bit.
yeah, even
trying to
when like
focus
this
on
weekend I
quality.
worked on the community car and it was like, all right, I have all this stuff. I'm gonna put it in. I didn't film anything, of course, and I brought it out. I'm gonna do this, and I just knocked it all off. And I was like, that was really good. But if I slowed down, I could have made everything perfect. Which on the community car, it's a budget car, so it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
But on this car, I'm like when I was welding that front bar, what do you want, rad support, even though there's no radiator for the tube front, and it slipped, and I was like, well, I'm already here. I welded it. I should have stopped and said, hey,
No.
let me take
readjust.
this off, which I can still cut it. I think I might in the future cut it and then do a removable bar. The way with like a 2J, you have a longer motor, so that's more crucial on that. With the LS, it sits further back because it's not obviously a straight stick.
A lot more room.
So whenever I jack mine up, it's going to help majorly when the trans is done. Because the trans tunnel, like it gives you that much more room to pull up and then out, but it clears everything by a mile right now.
Yeah.
So on yours, I could definitely, I would do the removable tube front.
I just gotta figure out how I want to do that.
I've seen a bunch. I know with FD, they changed styles on how you have removable stuff. I know people did talk about the bash bar. I don't know the rules on that or anything like that, but a lot of people changed how they did the bash bars because of the removable thing. I'm interested to see how you do your headlight. That's something I'm still scared to do. I think it'll be easier whenever I just sit down and I do it.
You just need to sit down, mount your fenders, and then mount your hood, or mount your hood, then mount your fenders, and then just weld up brackets where the headlights look right.
Yeah, fitment is something I've never been really good, and I've always used you for. So we'll see how that. Which I'm still going to use you. Don't get me wrong.
If you get
but
it roughed in, I can fine tune it.
mm-hmm.
So, but I think if you just, like you said, take the time, if something goes wrong, adjust it instead of just it'll be fine. Because on this car, like where it will be fine, it won't be fine.
Yeah.
Because to me, like there's certain things on that side of things that even when I'm like, that's fine on my car, it's still better than like, that's fine with somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's not like a shot.
Well, I'm
or
trying to
nothing,
get in
but-
that mindset of this is my final chassis. I know it's not. And I try to convince myself
yeah,
it
the
is.
Z was too.
But I think this is my final chassis is in the spec of, I don't think I ever want to build a car.
Other than an S chassis.
Well, no, just this in depth again. Like, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to build a chassis that is like, I'm going to have to cut it up. I'm going to have to cut it. Like, now I'm kind of looking at, like, look at John's car, R34, and I'm like, man, if I could just buy an R34 sedan and throw an RB25 DT in there, just jam. Like, that to me is...
That's the chaser for me, man. Like, I'm not
Mhm.
changing anything about, like, the car was wrecked over in, I assume, Japan. Somebody's sectioning it in. The welds are kind of crappy. I'm like, man, I could tube front this and fix all that. And I'm like, or it works.
That's
And
kind of...
I like
kind of where
if
I'm
I
at.
go back and clean it up and do it, right, I'll just leave it like that.
But it's hard to...
God forbid I stuff that car in the wall and I have to do it anyways. But
And I think that's the cool spot where we're at, because we both have multiple chassis, and it takes that want and that desire. So when I first built my S13, this is a long time ago, I changed it from being a full-blown race car to a street car, to a full-blown race car. And I know what's your definition of a street car, right? Like my drift car is still street. But I'm talking about having all the amenities of like AC and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when we have all these different chassis, like your Chaser, we just be like, all right, this car is a dedicated street drift car. All of our cars are going to be
that's
drift
what
cars.
the S15 was supposed to be.
Yeah, and then but, you already had the clean JZX, so you had to do. And I think it's cool that we can have all the variety.
I don't even know where the FD falls in line, because I was already looking at like doing the Ronin 88 swap kit in it and stuff. Because
I didn't know you could do that in the FD.
Yeah, it makes 550 wheel horsepower now. I'm like, I'm gonna grenade a diff. I'm probably gonna grenade the trans if I even drive it very much or very hard at all. But it's got an angle kit and the diff doesn't lock up, so I'm like, it needs a welded diff at least. And I might as well just.
Well, my Tomei two-way that I put in the S14, it locks up, but not like a welded diff. Yeah. So I might end up putting a welded diff in that too. But we have the different variety of cars that it's cool that we can just. And I like how we made that pun at the very beginning of the troll at the very thing, because everyone has these excuses, right? And like I said, we did lay out some excuses we have, but we still have all these different chassis because we don't work just 8 hours a day. It's a constant grind, to push ourselves to go further. And that's what this whole podcast has been about.
I mean, if you really think about it, if you really put it in perspective, I could almost guarantee you and I both, like, even when you're at home, not sweating, not working, your mind's probably running on some way to either A, make more money, or B, make Drift Militia better, or C, what do I need to do to this car? Like, in my opinion, that's work. Like, that's part of the grind. And
it's executing that. So yeah, working at home, saying you're going to do it, and then execute. And I think it's hard for a lot of
marketplace
people. Yeah, I think it's hard for a lot of people because you have this mindset of, hey, I'm working, I'm going to buy this car, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then when it comes time to it, you're like, it's 100 degrees in the shop, I don't have AC, which this is the last year. I'm making up. No, this is last year. I'm going to have AC in the shop next year. But
I'm putting AC in my little shop over there,
and that makes it work so much better. But yeah, it's been a grind. I mean, like I said, I jumped back into doing S chassis and parting them out and stuff like that, just so I could build a community car. And the community car, the idea came from, how do we make Drift Militia better? So it's like this constant grind of, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. It's not an easy path.
Obviously, you're going to drive the car first.
Or not. I mean, I'd probably drive down the road.
Drive it.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Well, it's cool because it is the most, I don't want to say 2005, 2006 drift build, because it's like, cut knuckles.
And nobody's going to put a VQ in that.
Yeah, and it's like, it's a VQ. It's going to have the kind of the Drift Militia style to it, obviously.
I don't know that, like, we're going to paint it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Can we not do, like, hey, we're not doing a show car paint job on it.
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm going to paint it in, like, probably cheap materials.
Oh, absolutely.
If there's trash in the paint, like, it's
so this whole goal of this car is not only to get you guys in the seat time, get you guys to be able to drive, especially the ones that support us and everything, but it's to show you can do something cheap. And at the very end, I'm going to do I've written all the prices down and everything. I'm going to do a total end of, I'm not going to put, I guess I could put paint and materials. I'm not going to put labor costs in there. But this is a very cheap budget build.
Well, go back, because you're not putting labor costs because you're doing all the work.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be, hey, my buddy can paint your car. Fortunately, we have a paint booth. We have the idea. Or we paint it in your garage.
I kind of say we do that, because at that point you're taking all the fairness of what someone else is going to do, right? They're going to do it in their garage.
I'm game for it, because honestly, like, and what's crazy, and it's gonna make me so mad, is we're gonna not care about that car,
And
it's just gonna turn out great.
okay. Well,
But man, we didn't even have to buff
yeah.
it, and people are, no, you buffed it, man. And I'm like,
Well,
no.
the whole goal of it is, and that's why I made it very apparent from the start that I kind of want to put all my money into it, because I know if we both put our money into it, it's going to turn into a really, really, really nice car.
And then somebody's gonna stuff it, and we're gonna fight somebody.
Yeah, yeah. But right now it's cool because we're showing you how it's done. I mean, you're looking at a cheap used body kit, cheap used panels, cheap used motor.
I've got a good idea too. It might be a terrible idea.
Might be.
Have you seen that JP AutoWorks guy?
I don't know. I didn't know.
He's like a guy in Runaway Bay, Texas, and he paints cars for like $600.
That would be a.
And then we can kind of critique his paint job, and also,
see,
like, here's the deal. This is no hate on him because
well, he's making it happen.
I don't know how he makes any money, but he's an old timer. He's been doing this a long time. He knows how to make a show car if he wanted to.
Yeah.
But he knows there's a market for people that want to spend $500-$600 on a paint job, and he's got cars lined up waiting for it. So,
and when it comes to 240s, I mean, I believe
at least it'd be one color.
Yes, exactly, and that's why I kind of want to do it.
Unless we two-tone it.
I'm good. Black on top and then green.
I think like pink on top. And
it's already pink, so. But I kind of want to do it ourselves just because I want to show like the walkthrough of, I'd be like, hey, you know, this is the gun I bought. I mean, my gun's like 5 years old, but like this is the gun, this is the compressor. You know, this is how much it costs me.
And then we're gonna clip over to my paint.
Yeah, and just like as we're spraying, it's in your booth. And like, what's going on here? I'm like, don't look, this is AI, I promise. But the whole is showing people, you know, you can do it for cheap, and this is gonna be,
oh man,
it's gonna be cool because we're gonna do it as a very cheap build, but with our flair to it, with Drift Militia flair. So you're gonna probably see the green. You're gonna see the suspension setup pretty much dialed like our cars, other than cut knuckles, not real angle kit. You know, cheap coils, not PBM coils. I mean, you're looking at probably some rep over fenders. I don't know what are on the front. The hood is used. The fenders are used. The kit's used. Everything's pretty much used on this car. Yeah, I haven't bought anything brand new for this entire car at all yet. I think even the clutch master cylinder and the lines are. I literally haven't bought anything brand new. The whole goal of this car is to show the people that support us that, hey, one, you can do it, and two, if you support us, you can support.
Brand new, didn't you?
Nope. I bought it from Juan in Texas.
You know, it'd be even funnier if that's the car that like brings all the clout. Like, you know, S13.
Oh, dude.
Like,
well, okay, so I did lie. I bought the headlights for $40 brand new, but that's the kind of thing is it's like.
But they're not even for the car.
Exactly. So it's like we can show you can do it and like I said, it won't have a hydro right off the bat. It's not.
I have one. We can do it inline. I have one.
Inline S chassis. I've never got them to work, but we can try it. I mean, I'm all for that.
I mean, that's all for making budget builds work. I mean,
I feel like the Villains kit, I don't know how much it is. Don't quote me, but it's so cheap.
But then again, I need to put that hydro in the FD. So.
Yeah, so it's so cheap. And then it's, I mean, like the car is not almost done, but it's almost done. Like now people are starting to get the hype of it because it's coming together so well.
More complete.
But when we go to paint this car, let me tell you guys, this car has been rattle canned before. It's got a million dents and dings. I'm probably not. I might fix some of them that are obvious, but I mean, there's gaps.
Yeah, you're gonna do all the body work.
I mean, we can make a video series about it. We're like, why is this part of this car falling apart? Well, yeah, I did it. But once over fenders get on the rear, that should cover it all up. But I mean, it's a cheap missile car that we're gonna show you. Like we've talked about it in previous podcasts, that all drift cars should be clean. Clean up your drift car. What's clean is all relative, but if you put effort to it, you can make it, you know, somewhat clean.
All clean is just like looking good on track, looking good in photos. I mean, we went further. Like, I don't know. I still look at my FC and I'm like, pull livery off and repaint two doors, and I'd have a really clean street car again. Or,
I mean, yeah. But
I messed up my door on my parts car.
On your parts one?
Yeah, because I drug it further in that corner, and then I used the side-by-side and pushed it with the hitch on the wheel.
Oh,
because they're not any there's no value. The whole time the tire just like going into the door, and like,
oh,
I put a tire mark on my door before you could.
Hey.
So I'm like, well,
hope you don't have to replace doors anytime soon.
I don't think I will.
I mean, that's
why I've considered just selling that car.
Yeah, I mean, look at my Z. I mean, unless some catastrophic failure happens to the body, I mean, I don't plan on replacing livery.
And when you said unless some catastrophic fail, I'm like, your motor's kind of catastrophic.
Yeah, the motor thing though, it's like, and that's what kind of sucks. Do I
You
put
can
money
still
into
go
the
drift
motor?
it, probably,
Yeah, but
until you can't.
so here's the kind of the catch-22 with that. If I blow up that motor and I send a rod through the block, I can't make it any bigger. Right now, if I wanted to make it bigger, I could throw it in the S14 and you have a 6.0 with a small turbo, and that's competitive pretty much anywhere. But I don't, like I said, I don't really know. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't have a plan any way, shape, or form. I know that we are moving to the right direction. We kind of slipped on the podcast for a while, and that's just because we were doing a lot of stuff. We need to have someone that we drop a podcast episode, right? And then we have someone come and film, the work that we've done, and then we just have like a quick mashup video with just some sound in the background, so you can just kind of see the shot progress or the car progress for both cars to see where we're currently at. I think we should wait until you have your tube front done and I have my trans tunnel done, so you see the cars exactly at the same stage.
Hurry up.
You gotta do your tube front. What do you mean? It doesn't take much time for me to do that.
Let's go do it right now.
Not tonight, because I got an hour drive home.
You can sleep here.
But I'll do my.
You got a shower.
And your tube front's gonna be easy, especially with a machine. Learning the machine is gonna be a little bit weirder, or a hydraulic bender.
Yeah.
But it's tube front's pretty easy. The welding is so fun. I've always overlooked fabrication because I'm like, I want it to come out really great, and that's something But now I look at it and I'm like,
I get frustrated when my welds aren't perfect, and they never are.
Yeah.
So I always get frustrated, but I also like, this is fun. Like, what do I need to do different to make this better? I won't ever be that. But then again, like, you look at.
Okay, so just here on out. I put on a podcast, so it has to be true. Then if the community car becomes a thing, right? Like if people are all jumping into it and we're like, hey, we talked about it before, maybe making it a competitive car, that if we do a team thing, we bring the community car, someone jumps in there, I'm going to weld the cage in, or we're going to weld the cage in. Because with the cage kits, everything pre-notched, I don't think it's that hard to be structurally safe. Now that is a can of worms I probably shouldn't have said, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like my welds on a 220 are good, decent. Your welds on a 220 are way better than mine. Between the both of us, we could weld in a cage kit's cage.
It'll stick for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, it's an S chassis. It's a death trap to begin with.
How often do drift cars roll anyways?
I even know. I think our welds are structurally sound. that someone will be.
No, I think it'll be fine.
So I think that's what we should do in the future.
Not my problem.
Yeah, that's true. We should get a good used cage kits. The whole car has got to be used, so we get a used one and throw it together. But
I mean, if it was a used cage kits, we don't even have to do that many welds.
No, just cut it out of someone else. No, I mean like not put together. Someone bought it.
Cut the roof off and set it in, and
it's a non-sunroof. I don't want to cut the roof off. That's why I love that car. I have another sunroof car. I thought about building it's cleaner, but
that white one.
Yeah, I mean we're
what's our next event? US Air.
Got to find a 6.0
if you get a motor.
Yeah, so if I get a motor, and that's kind of weird. Used to be able to get motors really easy. With LSs now, people, I wouldn't say they think they're gold. They just want to hold on to everything, or they do that whole thing. Which
the whole market's weird.
Well, the whole drift.
Like they want to sell it, but then they don't want to.
Or they bought it and they're like, it's a perfectly running 6.0, right? This is what happens a lot of people.
But they never heard it run.
They tore it apart and they left it there, and then they didn't put anything on a cylinder wall. Cylinder wall's rusted, and like, yeah, when I pulled it apart, it ran, but now I have to rebuild everything because everything's rusted.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm actively looking for a 6.0 or 6.2 short block, and that's a weekend thing. I mean, I get the car in the shop if I can just.
I'll come up.
Not tube the front. But yeah, in a weekend.
Just order the pre-built short block.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going right now. The thing is, if I can find a motor cheap enough, then I.
You know how you make that happen? You
just hit order.
Put in a couple of credit card numbers, hit order, and then
I
pay
just
it later.
like the hard thing is like I have a missile time seat time car, which is
even better idea. Is Summit or Jegs?
Summit.
They take PayPal, man. Just apply for that PayPal credit real quick.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I just don't know if I want to put that much money into that car when I'm building. Like, not that I'm building another car, but my next flagship car is the other car. So if I just need a motor to last me 2 years, if I buy a cheap 6.0,
but
throw
at
it
the
in
end of the
there.
day, you still have it. So, like you said,
I'm done playing musical motors. So I've had that problem with my life so much. I'm pulling this motor out.
So that turbo grenade's that 5.3 in there.
Yeah, and then I just use the 6.0 that came out of the car though.
But you have to rebuild it.
Yeah, but that's
that's
just the
more
bottom
money.
end. That's just the bottom end.
Still money.
But I wouldn't have pulled that out of the Z. I don't know what point you're trying to make, because I wouldn't pull it out of the Z. I don't know. Why did I go
I'm
LS?
just saying, you need to get the Z together so we can go drifting, because I want to
Yeah.
go drifting. Or just drive the Chaser
I
and
mean-
don't wreck it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I will say, been driving the Chaser on sim. You don't want me to drive the Chaser. Yeah, there's this Toge one we were driving, and I was like, oh, I've seen Brandon do this at Cam's. Let me just clutch, kick, and swing right off the side of the mountain. Don't want to do that to your car. But yeah, I don't know. I should just go find a motor. I've been looking on Marketplace. I just need to go buy a motor and throw it in. I'd love to go to Cam's. I could probably go to Cam's with the motor I have right now. I just
I
think
don't know if it's leaking oil though. They're gonna kick you off.
it's bad, but I don't think.
Or they'll your motor will leak a bunch of oil.
they'll kick
me
you off. Yeah. So hey, it might work. No, if I just block off the dipstick tube, which is terrible, don't ever do that. But if I block it off, I plug the block real quick or plug the pan,
I don't think you'll window it. You'll wash the bearings before you window it.
and it's got such high PSI of oil pressure, like 120, 140 anyways, it's bound to happen. So for me, it's like, the problem is I can't keep the heat down because the friction of the bearings is making the heat go up. So that's where I don't know on that one, but at the same time, does it really matter? I mean, let's be honest here. If I grenade a motor,
Yeah, what's heat matter?
Just keep going. It welds itself together. You know, it just doesn't start when it's hot. So I just know, hey, I gotta.
You know, like my first 3 motors did that.
Jesus.
Remember?
That is true. And I have a high torque starter in there. Everyone's like, oh, that LS heat soak. I'm like, no, it's a good starter. It's just the motor's 260, 270. But yeah, I mean, we could. I need to make US Air happen. I just don't know if I can get a motor in time. I just haven't found anything. I'm even looking in.
Yeah, it's perfect timing. My wife's gonna be out of town. My mother-in-law's gonna be here. I mean, she lives here now, so.
Yeah. But we're supposed to remember we're giving up drifting, so we can't do this.
We got a lot going on.
We got a lot going on. The life gets hard. I got
Build
so much
another
homework.
drift car.
Yeah, let me just build another drift car. I'm trying to. So my whole goal is to get my S14 like really close by the end of December, and then get the community car done by December or the end of December.
Think of how many community cars I could have built if I just would have took my motor out of my FD to the guy I took it to, instead of the guy I took it to.
Mm-hmm.
I could build like at least probably 3 community cars.
Maybe we should do that.
Or I could have just put like an LS7 in the car and
Been
put
happy.
a Whipple on it and
Still have been money ahead.
And still been money ahead and made like 900 horsepower.
That is true.
But some people in this car community, man,
Don't ever be successful, because when you're successful, people take advantage of you.
that's why I'm not.
That's why I'm Poe. I'm just poor. I just build cheap
You're like, I'm
cars.
poor, and then like, yeah, I just bought this and this and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, oh, all right.
I have a problem. But the sim fell in my lap. I couldn't say no to that. The other cars I needed to buy. But we're moving in the right direction. We're going to hopefully make this podcast stuff happen a lot more often. I know we kind of took a little
We need to
hiatus.
come up with some more topics, better topics.
Yeah, I think if we do the whole where someone comes in and they kind of show us their car, so people we can talk about more in depth in there, because there's a lot of technical stuff that we could talk about, just like, why we're doing certain
We still
mods.
have that whole, we could always do that whole series of like drift money. What do you do?
Yeah, we should do one of those. I
Because
feel
there's
like,
like people I'm curious of. Like, I know a couple people I'd want to put on here first. Well, not even first, but I know a couple people that I want to put on. And
I'm interested. I think what we should do though is like Drift Money episode 1. We talk about our finances. So a lot of people are scared to do that. I'm not. I can tell you right now, I'm poor. So like it doesn't hurt me to say that I'm poor, but I'm making sacrifices that other people aren't making. So it's selective of funds,
yeah.
and I feel like some people are gonna have, but a lot of people also.
I always feel poor though.
Yeah, I mean, we all do. Everyone's poor. So I feel like a lot of people, even like, I think the best people to talk about is people that keep stock cars and drift it, because they're going to be the most honest. Like, hey, look, dude, I have this much money. And a lot of people I feel like, especially in cars, and like, I don't budget anything. If I budget it, I realize how much money I'm actually spending, which is true. But I mean, I think that should be our next episode, is just drift money. And we talk about how, and we don't, just because I think it'll make people uncomfortable. We don't have to talk about, I make this much a week. I make this much a week.
I have this much money in my bank account.
Yeah, we don't go on that. We just talk about ways that you can make it affordable. And I mean, I mean, I'm sure for you and for most of these people that get on there, it's the same thing for me. Is I don't work one job.
Yeah.
You know, everything I do, I work, and then I work, and then I work, and I work, and I think that that's going to be a common thing, and I think that's going to bring more light to drifting because there are people out there that just work one job and they can't make it happen, and then
I mean, I do work one job. I just wear many hats in the job, and that job never stops. Because I mean, technically,
I feel like that's a terrible description though, because that's an umbrella thing. That's like saying I work one job because I'm a mechanic. When like the umbrella thing.
Yeah, but you work on airplanes and then you work on cars.
But no, that's why I'm saying it's exactly that. You're an owner, so I feel like that you do work many jobs because that may be your one job to be the owner, but all that is under your umbrella of a custom shop, right?
Yeah, but like a lot of times I feel like for the aspect of like you don't work one job, I feel like I literally do. Like all of my time is invested into this place. I mean,
but
I haven't flipped or bought cars in a while.
I feel like your job though, your like job is an owner, and I get how you look at that, and you're like, well, yeah, and then I go out and I do this, and I go do this. Yeah, I consider that totally different jobs because you got to look. People when they say I have one job, they're talking about literally their 9 to 5 and that's it. You work as an owner, as any owner. You have to. I think whenever you talk about finances, you have to say I work one job. That's a 9 to 5, and then everything else is I'm a totally different job aspect.
Yeah.
So business hours are closed. Now I have to work whatever I'm doing. And that is a lot of times when you're owner, your business hours are 9 to 5, but your shop hours are 12 to 12, you know, like 24 hours a day. There's no way around that.
No.
So I get that aspect of it. But I mean,
it's still like an umbrella of one job.
Yeah, 100%.
It's all cars. I mean, I guess that's what it really.
I remember there was a time that you flipped a couple RC cars.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird, but it's part of the grind and it happens. So yeah, I think we should pursue that, and maybe we do the first episode, or we just make it kind of a long episode and bring someone on and just say, you know, tell us how you afford it, how you make it happen, and maybe we make those episodes like because we're sitting at like I don't know where we're at right now time wise, but we're sitting at like 45 minutes an episode. Wait, maybe we make that one like an hour and 15 minutes, and the first 15 minutes we just bring their car or we go to them and we just
critique their car, but man, change this.
This sucks. This is okay, but this no.
Julian, paint your bumper.
Yeah, Julian, Jesus, rattle. No, just keep it on. I think it's white. Just keep it on.
Keep it on.
But we just hey, give us a walkthrough on your parts and everything, and you just tell us what it is, and then we can go in there and we can talk about those things because I feel like, you know, everything in life.
And then we can have them do some skids or something.
Yeah, you feel like you're behind, and you see a lot of other people's builds, and you're like.
Or
we're all in the same.
Like we've talked about a million times, is like you look up to somebody that builds, you know, in your eyes like awesome stuff, and then you go look at it and you're like, "This is the same quality I do in."
I try to tell people all the time. People will look at my Z and they're like, "This thing is so beautiful." I go, "Dude, stop looking at the car and look at the car. Like, don't look at it from 30 feet away. Look at this door. This door is probably worse than anyone's Z's doors in Oklahoma. Go look at the welds on the rear tube. Those aren't that great. I mean, like." Granted, the finished product of the car is absolutely beautiful.
Overall, I mean,
like you look at quality of a lot of the car and it's beautiful, but at the same time, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not paying Drift HQ to build my car. I'm not paying, I don't know, someone else to build my car. I'm doing this in a shop now, but it used to be a garage. But you know, we all come from the same place, and it's just time and time effort of dedication and devotion to make it happen.
Yep.
But.
Oh man,
we're not quitting. I don't hate Brandon. I don't know if Brandon hates me. I don't hate Brandon. I know that was kind of a weird thing. I got a bunch of text messages saying, "Hey, y'all haven't done a podcast. Did y'all hate each other?" Yeah.
I didn't get anything. Nobody reached out. Nobody cares about me.
I do a lot of Snapchat. You don't do a lot of Snapchat, so it's kind of
do any Snapchat.
Yeah, I do a lot of Snapchat. I have my daily vlogs on there and stuff like that. But we're still making it happen. We're gonna make it happen more. And
you're about to buy another car, so
we'll see. If I get another job, I'll buy another car.
Oh yeah, don't spend any money on the Z. Buy another car, and then we'll go drift that.
You know, because of what I told you earlier, that's actually a big possibility. But I don't know if I.
And it's gonna be a daily, so you're gonna be like, I don't want to door them too hard, and then I can drive the Chaser more. Or
I didn't think about that. I really didn't think about that even being a possibility until you said it. But then I have to paint it green. We don't have enough time to paint it green.
yeah, we do. Wrap it.
No.
Just yeah.
No.
They make a wrap that looks like it.
No, it's paint or bust for me, dog.
I mean,
You can blame yourself for that. It's paint or
no, and that's fine because if you wrapped it, I just make fun of you.
But I mean, we can
You
end it
with
on.
your rep paint.
I'm sorry, I'm poor. Even though now wraps just the same price of paint, so I don't know how that even
Well, yeah, I mean,
correlates.
not for everybody, but yeah.
That's true. But we can go ahead and end it on that. I mean, I feel like we had a good summary and where we're at right now. It probably not 45 minutes, but I feel like it's a good push to the next podcast. The next podcast, I feel like we need more people to tell us what to do because I get a lot
more
of
viewer interaction, more viewers, more
Yeah.
likes and shares.
Yeah.
I
Tell
mean,
us we
or
suck.
just tell us you hate us. And,
Yeah,
and tell all your friends that Drift Militia quit because life's too hard because you only watch the first 3 minutes of this video.
Yeah, and don't forget to remember to tell them, that we suck and we can only drive the way we do because our cars aren't nice and whatever y'all say to hate us. Just,
Two is not a team; they're just tandem buddies.
yeah,
And I have wise fab on my car, but I still run narrow. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Oh wait,
but-
no, nobody said that about us. We said that about somebody.
yeah, a
Oh.
little different. Great run, dude. We narrowed the whole track, but
Great run. Yeah, I was in the dirt. Thanks.
Just give us some interaction. Tell us what you want to hear. We're kind of pretty much talking about anything and everything. We're gonna hopefully. I'll try to do some simming and try to get videos of that so everyone can make fun of me because I absolutely suck at sim now.
I'll buy a sim. I just DM me if you got like a turnkey. I want to buy a computer,
Yeah,
monitor, everything.
everything. That's what I did. I mean, I already
For
have
like
my PC.
$500.
Oh yeah, you might. There's a lot of cheap setups out there.
No, I mean, yeah, I'll buy one.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I think especially nights that we do it. Like I was trying to last night, and I'm technologically challenged sometimes, especially on PC. So it was a little different. But
And my daughter wants one too. I can teach her how to drive manual at the right young age of 11.
just think, when we get the community car dialed,
I can.
she knows how to sim.
What if
We
she's
put
the
a
first
really
person to
good
drive it?
cage in that car that we both trust,
And a very
and then a cutoff
Booster
switch that we
seat.
can do on a button. So when she does like you and randomly drives off the track at the right, like you did with your Z that one time, we just
I did that with FC too.
yeah. But yeah, just let us know. We're here to make some differences and make some changes, and I guess feed off what you guys want to hear and what you guys want to see. But I guess that's it for this episode.
As always, we're just here to party.
And we didn't quit.